Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce, right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys.
Does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner thieves.
50 and his beefs with the big guns, a story as old as time. 50 Cent has always made it clear to the entire world that he has no love for Jay-Z before. But for the first time ever, he has stepped in and absolutely destroyed him for allegedly being involved in the Diddy scandal.
I wasn't in the ad because of look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No. I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He said to Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without, right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
so
this.
Now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
So wait up. If 50 has already called Diddy gay and fruit on a pod before, and followed it up by comparing Jay-Z to a gay painter, and he knows how close both of them are, does that mean what we think it means? Get ready to dish, because it's time for some serious hip-hop drama. You know when 50 Cent's involved, things are about to get spicy, and this time, he's stirring the pot with none other than Jay-Z, all while keeping the heat on Diddy. Now, when it comes to throwing shade at Diddy, 50 Cent's never been one to hold back. He's been calling out Diddy left and right, hinting at some shady business dealings and raising eyebrows with his bold accusations. And let's not forget about those conspiracy theories swirling around Diddy's sudden vanishing act. It's got everyone wondering what's really going on behind the scenes.
And for more on this, I want to bring in criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor Bernardo Villalona. Bernardo, there's this footage showing Diddy's sons detained with federal agents surrounding them. Based on what you can see here, does this appear to meet the legal standard for excessive use of force?
No, not at all. In terms of how they were stopped and how they were detained, you have to think that when officers are going in to execute a search warrant, and I've written numerous search warrants as a former prosecutor, and they've been gone out to execute a search warrant as part of the officers. In terms of how it was executed and the force that they used, they immediately tried to detain any individuals that are inside of the home, and that's to just make sure they, one, identify who they are, but number two, and primarily the reason is for their own safety, the safety of the individual, as well as the safety of law enforcement. Again, we do not know what is the information that law enforcement had before going in to execute that search warrant. But a sign this shows me is that they had information that it's possible that the individuals that are inside of that house could be.
With all that being said, 50 Cent's got a new target in his sights, Jay-Z. With millions of followers hanging on his every word, 50's been using his social media pulpit to ask some serious questions about Jay's whereabouts. He even went as far as posting a mock missing persons flyer with Jay-Z's face front and center, jokingly saying, "Anybody seen Jay? Puff said the ninja ain't answering his phone." Now, you might think this is just 50 Cent being his usual trolling self, but there's a deeper game at play here. See, when 50 starts calling people out like this, it's usually because he's sniffed out some serious trouble brewing. And with his track record for uncovering industry secrets, you can bet there's more to this story than meets the eye. Joined by comedian Cat Williams in his crusade against the shady side of the music biz, 50 Cent's not afraid to shine a spotlight on even the biggest names in the game. Diddy's ex-guard Gene Deal is raising eyebrows. You know things are getting real juicy. So grab your popcorn, folks, because this beef is just heating up.
I see a lot of, I would call epics, these little commercials, these little cartoon things. South Park, that popped up with the devil talking about, I don't want to do it if Diddy did it. Did you ever see that on South Park?
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
Yeah, 50 ended up posting it, but I'm a South Park fan, so I already knew about that one. You know what I'm saying? So that was on. Was that on South Park? Yeah, that was on South. Yeah, South Park. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm a South Park fan, so I'm looking at that. So, and I say that this guy could have went down in history as one of the greatest producers that put together some of the greatest music in the 90s and having arguably one of the top greatest rappers in hip hop in his camp. For the people to make him the laughing stock of hip hop, the laughing stock of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, is one of the greatest tragedies of our time. I can't really offer that, bro. I can't really answer that. I don't know why, but just on some sucker shit probably. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play 50. You know 50, come on, bro. 50 was rich at the time. 50 used to do music for him. Why he never asked him then when he was doing music for him? You understand? Just talking shit, want to have something to say. Knowing 50 hot.
Knowing 50, yeah, would probably have a crazy reaction to that.
You start believing your own bullshit. And them two individuals together, man. You know they gotta be crazy. Something gotta be wrong with when he stood up there and he said that he wanna challenge 50. And I don't know much about that clout shit. Him challenging 50 to a fight, and we seen how 50 Cent, we seen how Stevie J fight on Love and Hip Hop and all that other bullshit. Him, Scrappy, him, this other cat. My man, there's no way. There's no way. He don't want it with 50, bro. That's if that ain't cocaine, the Pope ain't Catholic.
So you feel like 50 Cent would give Stevie J that word?
It wouldn't even be a job. 50 Cent will whoop niggas like Stevie J on the way to a real fight.
You seen 50 fight before?
I ain't never seen 50 fight. I seen some tapes of him get down on that end, but I never seen him fight in person. But I know the demeanor of a man. I was with 50 Cent on a couple of occasions, and one occasion, it was just me and 50 and about probably 6 other dudes that didn't want to get out the car because he was ready to get down. And you could see it in him. You could see he got it in him like that. I'm looking at him. I wrote this shit about this shit in my book.
But oh my honeys, grab your gossip goggles because this tea is piping hot. Seems like 50 Cent's got more than just a hunch about Jay-Z's involvement with Diddy's drama. Word on the street is there are some tapes floating around that have 50 convinced Jay's in the mix too. And if the grapevine's to be believed, Beyonce herself might have some juicy footage that's got everyone buzzing, which is why she is splitting and distancing herself from him.
What I heard is that over the next 18 months, and honestly, when did Diddy start getting exposed? It was in December or was it January? When did the Diddy stuff pop off? Because I knew about 2 years ago I knew about a year before the Diddy stuff went down that was going down first. Then it's going to be Jay-Z. Excuse me, November? Okay. After the powers that be, the PTB, the industry, whatever you want to call them, once they're done with Diddy, right? And this is going to be going on for some time, but once, I guess you can say the public humiliation, basically after the major documentaries come out, right? After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed, right? Jay-Z, over the course of his career, and I have to still say allegedly, has done things and allegedly participated in a lot of things that the public would not be happy to know.
Now let's talk about Diddy's little network of secrets. Rumor has it Jay-Z's been cozying up to Diddy's inner circle, and there's some jaw-dropping info being spilled. Gene Deal, a former confidant of Diddy's, is dropping bombshells left and right, hinting at some wild parties and even wilder behavior. Seems like Diddy had a whole playbook for his antics, and Jay-Z might have been flipping through the pages too.
When I used to see him swing, it was always with him, another dude, and two girls. You know what I'm saying? When he was swinging with other people, you know what I'm saying? He always had other girls in the room or another guy in the room, even with his girl Kim, and he was swinging with her. So that freak off things, but him videotaping and everything like that, no, I can't say that I was privy to that. But you knew what was going on, you know.
Looking at this lawsuit, she alleges that, Diddy, he'll make her look online for BBCs for their freak-off sessions. And she say that, in this lawsuit that, Diddy, he enjoyed watching her get smashed by BBCs. So, what you think about that?
Do you think she was the only one getting banged by him? Do you think this man had this woman search for prostitutes online just for them to have sex with her? It's something fishy about that, bruh. Because you got to realize this lawsuit and the information they had and they gave the Diddy people was 6 months ago. So some of that stuff was cut out section. If she says a freak off section, brother, she ain't the only one freaking off. The prostitute ain't the only one freaking off. Old boy is freaking off also.
Right. So you think he was letting these guys use their BBCs on him?
I think that, and me just being a trained investigator and reading through the lines of certain things, and one time I had read something that Cassie couldn't take it no more. She told her friend, and this was she was under a non-disclosure and everything like that. She told her friend she couldn't take it no more because she had seen this dude, let's just say allegedly, or just for the sake of it, Cassie wasn't the only one who wanted, or she didn't want it, but Cassie, who searched for the big black, and she was searching for the big black not only for herself, but for somebody else who we all know that was in the room with her. So if he want to see it and he want her to touch it, he might, that other person in the room with her just might want to feel it. Allegedly.
So you feel like Diddy was having sex with the male prostitutes?
They had to be for both of them. They was in the room. Right?
You're right.
It's a freak-off section.
And just when you thought things couldn't get messier, Cassie's lawsuit spills even more tea. Apparently, she's not the only one who's felt the heat of Diddy's alleged shenanigans. It's like a scandalous soap opera with twists and turns at every corner.
A lawsuit filed against Sean Diddy Combs accuses the music performer and executive of rape, physical abuse, and sex trafficking. The singer Cassie says the incidents occurred throughout her 10-year relationship with Combs. Her suit was filed under a law that allows alleged sexual offense victims to file past the statute of limitations. Cassie says she wanted to speak out before that law expires next week. Mr. Combs has denied all the allegations. For more, let's bring in entertainment attorney Dante Mills. So Dante, thanks for being with us. Cassie has signed with that label when she was just 19 and Sean Combs was 37. What's alleged to have happened after that?
Thank you for having me, Catherine. So in this lawsuit, I just wanted to be clear. This is a civil lawsuit. This is not a criminal lawsuit. There's no chance here as we stand for Sean Combs to go to jail. It's a civil lawsuit about money. And the claim is that during their relationship, he was physically abusive, that he required or demanded that she perform certain sexual acts with other people while he was there, and that he, in fact, raped her shortly before she left him. She said she did not want to have sexual relations with him, and he forced himself on her. That's the basis of this lawsuit and why it's moving forward.
But let's talk about the bromance between Diddy and Jay-Z. I mean, these two are tighter than a pair of skinny jeans on a rapper. Only Jay gets to call Diddy by his real name, Sean. And when questioned about their bond, Jay's keeping his lips sealed tighter than a celebrity's pre-red carpet diet secrets. Now Diddy's facing some serious heat with those Homeland Security raids and a slew of lawsuits breathing down his neck. And guess who's staying silent through it all? Yep, you guessed it, Jay-Z. It's got fans scratching their heads, wondering why Jay's keeping quiet when his BFF's in hot water. With all these allegations flying around, it's no wonder celebs are steering clear of Team Diddy. I mean, the man supposedly has tapes of everything. And those raids? They're part of a larger investigation into some seriously shady stuff allegedly linked to Diddy. Even though Jay-Z's name hasn't been directly dragged into the mess, his tight friendship with Diddy's raising more than a few eyebrows. But let's not forget about those lawsuits. Diddy's been dodging accusations left and right, with claims of soliciting sex workers and trafficking underage girls. And it's not just him. His own son and chief of staff are being dragged into the mix too. With all this drama swirling around, it's no wonder Gene Deal's speaking out. Looks like Diddy's empire might be on shaky ground, and Jay-Z's silence speaks volumes. That's all for today. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.